Utterly amazing open range 376 FBH here at Haylett RV of Coldwater, Michigan. It is essentially the most convertible, most functional, longest lasting floor plan I've ever seen. It's essentially the first, last, and only fifth wheel you would ever possibly need. It does weigh 12,425 pounds, so plan your towing vehicle accordingly. That being said, it's worth it, guys, because if you don't have to buy a second fifth wheel later, it's going to save you a lot. Now, this is a 5-slide fifth wheel, so 12,475, definitely not an ultralight, but compared to a common 5-slide fifth wheel that weighs in the neighborhood or greater than 14,000 pounds, 12,425 ain't all that bad, especially when you realize this is wide body and it does have full walk-in height bedrooms and whatnot. And of course, it's an open range, and there's a lot that goes into that. For instance, just the way that these things are built, superior quality materials, superior craftsmanship. It has twice the industry standard warranty. I go through periodically and I ask our techs, you know, of all the brands that we carry, because oh my gosh, we carry so many different brands here, it's not even funny. And I mean, we've got Winnebago's, Keystones, Forest Rivers, and every other thing that's even out there. And I asked him, I said, what's the brand that's been coming through our quality checks the cleanest? And 6 out of 8 guys said open range. That is amazing to me. That's not like 1 or 2 guys just happen to like an open range. That means these things are performing. And they're also just built smarter. Not just better, but smarter. This baggage door, if it flipped up, it would hit this slide out. And that means you'd have to duck and swoop under that baggage storage compartment. So they flip the door down where it's easy to get to. And then, just for enhanced convenience, they give it just those easy latches right there that you can lock in there. Not the same lock that everybody else has. If you look up at their awnings, this is a standard thing for them. You see that shiny skin on there? That's like a flex guard, basically. It essentially does the same thing as one of those aluminum tubed awnings. It just does that at a lot less weight and money. They use 20-pound propane tanks, which at first makes people go, what? I think I should have 30s on something like this. First of all, it allows them to have smarter, easy access features like this. 20-pound tanks are easier to grab and move around than 30-pound tanks. They're easier to exchange. Now, you're looking at this saying, yeah, but I only got 40 pounds of propane. You're not seeing the other 20-pound tank on the other side of the trailer. This has 3 20s instead of 2 30s. Same capacity, easier to use and more convenient. Smarter, that's what I mean. Strong arm stabilizer jacks. You know, everybody and their brother, if you start Googling, how do I keep my camper steady on my campsite? There's 100 different solutions, but the one that's consistent from everybody is those things. And they come right on it, right from the factory. It's not that you can't add them aftermarket to another trailer, it's that you now don't have to. You know, and just little things like the fact that this has a double battery setup right from the factory, so you don't have to worry about cross-wiring things, just smarter. The trim on here, you'll notice that they're using aluminum screw trim, they're not using plastic, and you can do the wedding ring test and tell on that. This is not going to shrink and expand like plastic screw trim is going to over time, so it's just really, really hard for this seam to fail for water to get in there. Again, smarter for longevity. You'll notice on some of these when we go through, you see this big fancy looking box right here. That's a 1,000-watt inverter to run your residential fridge going down the road. So this has a bigger fridge and you can use it while traveling. And of course an automatic leveling system in here where it's tucked away. And I like that it's on the driver's side. For some reason I've noticed some Heartlands, they like to put the automatic leveling controls over there. I think it's because that's where a lazy salesman, they're only going to open that door. But if you really start looking, you'll find out that this is the place where it belongs, due to the fact that you know, your truck is effectively like right there. That's your driver's door. You're going to get out, get right to this thing over here. You don't want to have to walk all around the trailer every time. Underbelly fully enclosed, forced air heated, extremely well insulated. I could spend a whole 20-minute video just telling you how they insulate open range RVs. Long story short, these are rated from 0 to 100 degrees, so these are seasonally rated. Your main super slide is 6 inches deeper. It's a 42-inch slide instead of a 36, yet it's still lighter weight because things like plywood and aluminum weigh less than OSB, you know, and big 2x4s. So that's a way to save weight while actually enhancing quality. Now, not only is this slide out 6 inches deeper, but the entire body of the RV is 4 inches wider. So you have a 10-inch wider living room than pretty much anything else around this category, especially for this money. That's the thing, is that people sometimes say, what else do you have that compares to this? And I try not to laugh, because there is no direct comparison to an open range. They are a true outlier and a truly unique critter in the market. Two different types of windows here, and they're both here for good reasons. Frameless windows look absolutely stellar. They pivot open from the top in a jealousy fashion to use them in the rain, and the seal, or the paint, is UV tinted, so it protects the seal. I'm gonna sneeze. Whew, good, 1 and done. Usually I'm a 3 sneeze. Anyway, over here they use sliding windows because these get superior airflow. This is a big flat surface right along a big flat surface. It's a 90-degree bend, which is an aerodynamic nightmare unless you're purposely trying to catch that wind to force it inside the trailer. So you get good breeze, and you get good looks and good service. They give you the best of both worlds in the places where it matters most. Things like a privatized docking center allow you to keep all of your water hoses and cables and everything tucked away so that the neighbor kids don't mess with them. And OMG storage. That's the official name for this thing, is OMG storage. They actually have so much cargo capacity space within this specific floor plan that the bean counters made them put a little warning sticker up here saying, hey guys, don't get crazy and overload this. This is the only fifth wheel I've ever seen where someone might actually stand a chance at reaching their GVW with cargo load. And I've never ever seen that even be a minor concern before. Even, I mean, this is like the ultimate outdoorsman's package. Standard from the factory, we've got like fishing rod holders and extra cargo capacity. You could put things like a mini fridge in here, and in fact, they even include power outlets so that you can do that. They've got all the storage you could ever imagine in here. There's more storage in here than 4 or 5 other trailers I've ever seen combined, you know. The roof ladder is removable, so you can easily tuck that away in that big storage compartment there, but you can leave it on in transit, just like you see here. And I love that that storage is accessible from the sides and the back, so it doesn't matter where you're camping, you can always get to it. They even put an extra little pocket up here just because, why not? You know, baggage doors add money, but why not put a baggage door there to get to your storage? The roof structure on this is absolutely awesome. You've got tongue groove plywood decking on top. They don't use a rubber or TPO skin like most guys. It is a flexible PVC basically, as compared to the common, like the rubber TPO used in literally 99% of the rest of the industry. As compared to this, this doesn't chalk. It doesn't promote the growth of black algae, so black streaks are gone. You don't have to clean and condition it to maintain your warranty because, again, it doesn't chalk, essentially. That doesn't mean you don't take care of your seals. Like your seal around the AC, you still got to take care of that, of course. By the way, 50 amp coach, 2 ACs, that's an option that we built into this, the second air conditioner. More on that when we get inside. And I love this virtually linear profile. Just gives it that big, slick, clean, consistent look. What I like too is even the rear automatic leveler has one of those stabilizer jacks to keep this thing steady, and it does tow well too, with the benefit of things like the EqualFlex suspension here. That's got big rubber shock dampeners in it so that it soaks up those shocks and jolts going down the road. So we have tongue and groove plywood floor, tongue groove or roof, tongue groove plywood floor. Everything else is going to be all laminated, so it's all insulated. This is not an ultralight with thin walls, even though like I said, it is lighter than other 5 slides. We still have, you know, the floor of the slide out. The slide is built exactly like the rest of the coach. Basically, you can walk on the slide out. Not everything has walkable slide outs. Little smart features too, like they have a quad step instead of just a triple step, so it's easier come and go. And instead of an extra screen door whose plastic handle's always broken, they spent that money on an enhanced main entry door with a window that does open for ventilation and a pull-down shade for privacy. So there's just no drawbacks here. And again, they don't necessarily build stuff the exact same way it's always been built since the dawn of time. They build it like open range, and it works for them. Now here's a really neat thing. Sitting in here, it's looking kind of dark, but pow! All the lights kick right on with one switch. And you're going to see that trend repeated through the entire coach. By the way, this decor is called Saddle Brown, and I just want to mention that because kind of like the air conditioner I'm showing you in this video is optional. The color package we're looking at here might be different on another unit, so just kind of keep that in the back of your head a little bit. Let me back up here just to kind of give you a nice big sweeping view of the interior, starting from the top down. The residential ceiling fan's another thing that we have optioned in here. Next, let's start right from the top down because, man, do I have a lot to cover. This is going to be long, guys. You know, so if you're looking for the bedroom or something, you might want to skip ahead in the video because there's a lot to cover here. So we've added the residential ceiling fan to give you some nice airflow through the day. The AC system in this is superior in that it is racetrack ducted. The air vents actually loop around at the front and rear of the coach so that you get airflow. And that seems like a no-brainer, but there's almost nobody else that does it. It's just amazing. You know, it costs an extra $1 to do that, but what is it worth to you? Because if you don't get good airflow, the bedroom on both sides of the RV is what suffers. Well, you don't want to sweat at night. That's not fun. 15K main AC standard on a Roamer. That's not even a question. You don't have to pay to upgrade that. This does have the upgraded stainless steel appliance bundle, which has given us the huge residential refrigerator. Again, it does have the inverter, and theirs even has like the nice little ice and water maker there. That is cool. Water maker. You know what I mean. Again, stainless appliance bundle just to kind of break up the monotony of everything, and it looks fantastic. Kitchens and open ranges are among the best I've ever seen, and that is just a tall order. They purpose build everything. You know, they design stuff with the idea of a wastebasket in mind. They design stuff with, you know, your hidden hinges. When you're going down the road, if this door pops open, it's going to try to close itself. It's just smarter. Now, the other thing is they're very good where there's awkward storage spaces, such as a tall space. Normally, you'd have to get down on one knee and dig up there up to your elbow to get to it, or maybe worse. So they said, forget that. Make the storage come to you. And they're even including easy access drawer storage under the areas like the stove, where normally a lot of manufacturers will leave you a dead pocket, and if you're lucky, they'll give you what I call a knuckle buster, where you pull on the handle and it rips your arm down. If you've ever been shopping, you know what I mean. Standard Corian countertops. Again, not an upgrade you have to pay for, so what is optional for extra money in other guys is standard in an open range. This slide out, remember, is super duper deep. It is 6 inches deeper. That means that a lot of things that have a U-dinette, if you look, the dinette actually sticks out of the slide out. You'll notice that doesn't happen here. This is, again, just like the rest of the RV, it is a multifunctional, convertible piece of furniture. So let's look at two sides of it. Over here, you can turn it into a recliner because there's an extra cushion that kind of shoves that front cushion or the back cushion forward so that this does feel like an organic recliner. There are individual tables that you can remove, and notice that they're in the slide out off the floor. So if you don't take one out, if you forget to take one out, you're not going to crush the thing when you run the slide in. This middle section is a hide-a-bed with storage below it. And over here, this is kind of what it looks like if you leave all that stuff tucked away. You just have a nice, big, open, clean living space. Because the slide out is walk-in height, and not to mention extra deep, it is a true walk-in slide out. You can see that even big, tall guys like me can move around in here without a problem. It's not a head knocker slide out. The windows all open for ventilation. They're all UV tinted, and they all have good privacy shades for when you just don't want nosy neighbors. Now, because the slide's extra tall, they were able to give you uniform, consistent height windows, which I like better. I think it just looks better aesthetically. And good storage up here. This is awesome. There's a lot of storage going on in there. And this cabinetry is all screwed together. It's not glued together. This is built for longevity. Again, better things like better cabinet construction is why this has twice the warranty. Another thing is they're using better appliances, like your electronics here. All Furrion electronics, even your outside speakers. Furrion is the most rugged, highly tested set of electronics in the RV market today. Look up Furrion USA on YouTube and look at their TV stress test, their shake test, and I mean, it's obvious. You look at it, you go, oh my god, it's incredible. Electric space heater, I think that's an option. I can't remember if that's an option or not. That might have rolled over into standard because options, if they're really popular, they just become standard to ease construction methods, basically. But instead of burning up all your propane, this is an electric space heater so that you don't have to, you know, you've already paid for the park's electricity, use it. And little stuff like this. Let's say you want to add a satellite or a Blu-ray player or something. They include an additional pre-run through the back of this cabinet HDMI cable so that you don't have to try to take the face off of this thing to run a cable to hide it. They do that for you. The cable's not expensive. You can get that cable for 20 bucks off Amazon or 40 from Walmart because everything's cheaper on Amazon, I swear. But how are you going to get it, you know, run through here in a way that doesn't look awful? Now you don't have to worry about it. We will, you know what, we'll just finish off the living space here real quick. We talked about the kitchen over here, but the kitchen actually continues right next to your entry door. You just have this monster storage array that could be used as a perfect pantry. You have the ideal little cell phone or iPad charging station right here, not to mention either like right over here or right over here, because there is an outlet in that corner. You could have like coffee makers and blenders and toasters and all that stuff. And just drawers galore and storage. And oh, I love stuff like this. A shoe garage. It sounds like such a non-issue, but if you've ever had a camper with a lot of people staying in, you've got this big ugly pile of shoes by the door. Not anymore, partner. That's all taken care of. We're going to, let's move to the back of the RV first, and we'll end up in the front. And I like that we have a triple step here, not a double. So if you've had knee or hip replacements or something, it's just easier to get up and down in your RV. And look at the little detail stuff. Like on the bathroom door, they put a little door stopper right there so that the bathroom door can't slam against the bedroom door. Now, the cloudy mirror, cloudy window that you see here in this bedroom door, that is an upgrade we've applied to both the bedroom and the bunkhouse within this video. It's typically how we equip this model, but I can't tell you 100% of the time. The idea here is that you get more light exchange and it looks brighter in your smaller private rooms. The RV business calls us a French door. I haven't exactly figured out why, because it's not like a French door I've ever seen, but whatever, that's what they call it, and it's a nice feature. So I guess I don't care what they call it as long as it works. Once again, bathroom, one switch, all the lights. And what a difference they make in here. This can either be a ton of storage, or this can be your laundry room. That's why they put an extra massive large cabinet up here so that it can actually hold like detergent boxes. And if you don't need it, guess what? You've got all the towel space you're ever going to need in this thing, because it's actually deep enough to hold towels. A lot of these RVs have, you know, I just noticed something on accident here. You can see my goofy reflection in that mirror over there, so I guess if you're getting ready, you could see the back of your head. Maybe not intentional, but hey, I'll take features where I can find them. That's pretty cool. So you can put a Combo-Matic washer dry down there. You do need to remove the doors to do that. So you're kind of going to remove the face of it. Most people don't do it. Frankly, they don't work that well. I'm not a real big fan of them. But this is this is one of the upgrades we put in here. A one-piece 29-inch radius shower. And it is structurally reinforced so that, here, let me flip my camera around real quick. I don't know how much of this you're going to get in the frame, but check this out. That's the kind of construction, the kind of features, and the kind of stuff we're looking at in an open range. There is nothing second rate in here, anywhere. You can't do that with every shower, guys. And I've done that in front of my own reps, and they go, "Oh, wow, I can't believe you did that." And that's because I have confidence in this. It does not give or buckle one bit. And with no seams, it's never going to have a water seam failure. And even just like real hardware, you know, not cheap plastic hardware, just nicer stuff. Oh, by the way, standing in the shower is something that's possible in here. Even though this is an upper deck bathroom, still can stand in the shower. This has a full walk-in height bedroom, bathroom, everything, with an adult-sized sink. Thank you, Lord. I can actually wash my hands in here. The bathroom you see you can get to from the master bedroom or the hallway. And once again, one switch for all the lights. Amazing overhead storage. Now, they left the side pockets open, and they did that just so that you don't feel like you're getting too boxed in here. Let me back up a little bit. So remember, this is wide body. That means that we have extra space to walk around both sides of the bed. In case in point, you can see it right there. There is no stupid step up. Nobody likes to step up, and this is a true queen bed. This is a true 60 by 80 queen that real queen sheets fit. So we've got bigger bedside stands. There are outlets around there so that you can charge phones and devices. We do have breeze-through windows. The second AC mounts here in the bedroom, but remember, they are both centralized. So this has a 28,500 BTU air system. That's pretty boss, man. That is fantastic. This is your closet slide out. This is slide number 5. It is just all of the extra bedroom storage you could ever want and need for either permanent, extended, just even, I don't care, anytime. I've never had somebody trade an RV in because, man, it just has too much storage, and it's never going to happen. And look at this. In the wardrobe slide out, they even include extra dresser and space over here. Let me close these, and you can see that this is just all hanging wide open space. Oh, and look, you get to see my legs. I spoil you folks, I tell you. So we've pretty much killed the living room already. I'm just going to give you a quick little panoramic view of it here before we move on to the front convertible room, which is really the thing. Like, everything I've showed you, in my view, is already absolutely awesome. But it's the front convertible room in this that kills me. So again, being wide body, we have more room for bigger stairs, a bigger entry door here. And case in point, what made this so cool, we have sold this trailer because of this front convertible room to different people. Some people, they said, we want a front living room, but we don't want to tow 14,000 pounds. Some people have said, we want a second bedroom. Some people said, we want a bunkhouse. We had one set of folks where the gentleman had sleep apnea, and they couldn't sleep in the same bed because they were going to get divorced. He snored so much. So this gave them a second private bedroom, basically. We also, the most recent one we sold at the time of this filming, they had a daughter with cerebral palsy. And going up and down stairs just to get to the bathroom or to get a soda or something like that was not good for her. This floor plan was the only one that addressed every one of those concerns. So let me swing over here. First of all, you're going to see 2 of these sofas, each within their own slide out. They are hide-a-beds. So you have either a twin sofa setup or a hide-a-bed setup. You have twin closets up here. You have twin wardrobes. So you don't have to share storage in the master bedroom to give people clothing storage. You see that it does have its own dedicated TV up here. This is like, what is this, about a 32-inch Furrion? And again, same TV, same quality TVs everywhere. This one's just a little smaller than the living room. I think that's a 40-ish, something like that. This has what my grandfather would have referred to as a Baptist medicine cabinet. I always thought that was a cute, funny way of going about things. But it's just bonus storage. Why not? They used every square inch of that nose cap, and the nose cap is insulated, by the way. This is not going to get cold. You have the same level of insulation here as you do in the main living area. The little mini fridge there, obviously, again, it just keeps you from needing to go up and down. And that was the other thing we had someone use this for. They were big time sports fans, and this was what they called their man cave, so that they had all the drinks and snacks and everything were right up here. Now here's what makes this thing even more amazing to me. Up here in this do-it-all room, it has its own little half bath. Check this out. You have an extra little sink and toilet in here. There we go. Light switch again in every single room. One light switch, just like at home. That's still a porcelain foot flush stool. They didn't scale down. They only used better stuff. And that's why this has double the warranty, remember? And this even has a big, that's a big medicine cabinet. You don't think about stuff like that, guys, but as a person who goes camping, you're in and out of that medicine cabinet every single day. It's a big deal, and it matters. Even power outlets up here. So again, this is that do-it-all room. I guess depending on how shy you are or you are not, you don't actually have to take your eyes off the TV to watch. So I've always joked with people that one day we're even going to have TVs in the bathroom. I guess we kind of do. I guess we kind of do. All windows open for ventilation up here. All cross breeze all the time. Some people have asked me, though, what are these things? This is a vent for the wall. This is a laminated wall. There are still a measure of gases, air, nitrogen, whatever, that are caught within the wall during the lamination process. When it gets hot and cold outside, those gases shrink and expand. This ventilator right here allows those gases to move in and out of the wall. What that prevents is a pressure buildup inside. Sorry about that. Apparently I bumped the power button on the camera. What I was saying is, these allow the expression of those gas pressure buildups within the wall. Even without a water leak outside, that if that pressure builds up, it could cause a bubble in the fiberglass skin outside that's only going to grow. It'll never go away. It's called toad skinning because it looks like toad skin with the bubbles. It's something that Heartland was known for a number of years. And you still see those on the used market with that effect. But long story short, again, that double length warranty on an open range, they are able to achieve that by having superior materials, processes, everything. And hey, I'd like to think, maybe, superior dealers. But maybe I'm biased. So give us a call, 800-256-5196, Haylet RV of Coldwater, Michigan. Take care, stay safe, happy camping, everybody. This isn't camping, this is RVing, and this is awesome. Have fun.